Just wanted to stop for a second, catch my breath before I go up this huge hill. Just want to get on here and let you know I'm still trying to get ready for the Tahoe Rim Trail. I am having mixed results on my training. I'm not out there as much as I should be, and when I am, it's very frustrating because it's nowhere near where I want to be. Oh man. I'm still trying to mix it up a little. I did go for a bike ride. I don't know, it's been a couple weeks ago now. And I was so close to quitting. But it really got me to thinking about what it takes when you hit that tough spot. What it takes to keep going, because I was so close to turning around. This is the first time I've had to stop on this hill since I can remember. I just got maybe 2/10 more. I managed to make it up the big hill. I got one more in front of me. All right, halfway. Sometimes you're just not mentally there, and today is one of those days. I know it doesn't look steep, but it is very steep. And I can either decide to keep going, but really I'm not even halfway through the ride yet, or turn around and go back. Today, I think I'm gonna resign to defeat. Well, I didn't give in to defeat. I'll explain why in a minute. Still gotta get up this little hump. All right, I thought I'd take a little break and explain this mental thing that was going on today. I had a little bit of unrealistic expectations going on. Here I am thinking, no big deal, just get on the bike and go. But, as everybody knows, if you haven't been out there doing something for a while, it can, well, not turn out as you expect. So, mentally, I just have to be aware of what my capabilities are and not have these unrealistic expectations. You also have to think about the why you're out here. Why am I out here? Well, I need the exercise for one thing, but I am preparing for the Tahoe Rim Trail. And I know me, if I had turned around like I was going to, because I really was going to, I would have kicked myself later. All I had to do was get in that mental space and get up that hill, which I did. So I have some coping mechanisms for getting through some tough spots, and for me it's counting. So I counted going up that hill. It took my mind off of what was in front of me and just focused on the here and now. What do you do when mentally you just like, nope, I can't do this? What do you do? So I took a break. I thought about I'd be kicking myself afterwards. So just get out there and do it. And for me, it was counting. I got up the hill. So the things I'm trying to do to prepare are jogging and walking. So today is a jog and a big walk up a huge hill. I haven't got my pack yet on. Terry's actually gonna come over, Slider, tomorrow. Look who's huffing and puffing beside me. Although I think I'm puffing more. So Slider came down. We're doing a hill. And it just started. Oh my goodness. 90 degrees and very, very steep. We survived the hill. We met a neighbor on the way up. Stretch was his name. Anyway, he gave Terry some water. Her bladder right now is not working right. We'll figure that out. So she got a new one. So a little growing pains, right? So Terry's been preparing for the TRT, different than me. So what have you been doing?
Doing bike rides and extra training, lifting weights, trying to
Look at her.
get a little more fit. So trying to get my body used to moving instead of being sedentary.
Yeah. This is really our first time out with the weighted packs. And What turned out to be a very sunny day is now clouding up, and we heard thunder, so we're booking it. Oh no, we're gonna get rained on. Those are rain clouds for sure. We are bailing on this hike. We got our big hill in, and my husband Vito is going to pick us up. We got thunder in the rumbles, it just went again, and the raindrops are starting, and we didn't prepare for that, especially any lightning. I don't mind the rain, but the thunder's going, so Vito better get here pretty soon. Vito to our rescue again.
Yeah, buddy, this is becoming a common occurrence.
The deer fly are out, and this one wants to get me, so I'm going to start moving. And between the huffing and puffing up the hill, I'll just gibber a little about what I've got going on in my brain. You can never tell how steep something is on these cameras. This is just me trying to get up this hill. This video is just going to be full of random thoughts. So I'll try to put timestamps in, so if you're not interested in a subject I'm talking about, then skip forward or jump around. It has been a very busy year. The first part of the year was all about planning for Utah. And the end of March, most of April, 20 days, we actually drove through Utah and stopped at some fantastic places, including all of the national parks. So I'll put a link up above and in the description on the playlist for the Utah trip, as well as the highlight montage if you just want to see some of the highlights. May was full of family activities. My brother-in-law celebrated his 70th birthday. And then mid-June, Vito and I decided to take a random trip up into Canada. We spent 6 days in the central northern Ontario region of Gajubi, Villeneuve, and Barry's Bay, and moved over to the Algonquin National Park area. I am just now starting to compile those videos, but we had a fantastic trip, and we even managed to see a moose in Algonquin. So now I'm starting to panic because I'm only a few weeks away from the Tahoe Rim Trail. And as you can tell by my breathing, I have a little work to do. The Tahoe Rim Trail is over 165 miles, and the elevations are above 8,000 feet in a lot of places. So the things that are going through my mind is altitude and how well I'm going to react to it. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I've had situations where I didn't react very well to the altitudes. I made it through Whitney and Forester Pass. My body was just rejecting the altitude. But then going to Colorado, I proved to myself that I should be able to handle the altitudes. I just need to make sure I'm diligent on the Diamox prescription. It's 125 milligrams twice a day when you're at elevation, or start a couple of days beforehand. I do get tingling in my fingers when I take it, so I really hate taking it, but it might be the only thing that gets me through. We'll see. I need to get my backpack out. I've been using a day pack for all the trips that I've been on, so it's going to be different getting my regular backpack out. I have a Mariposa 60. Yeah, I used to have an Osprey, but it's pretty heavy. So I'm trying to work with the Mariposa and making it work. I do plan on bringing my solar panel. The solar panel, I don't have to bring my 28,000 milliamp battery, which is very heavy. And I can bring one of my smaller batteries. What else? I just got to start planning out what goes in my backpack because it's been a while. I put together a video earlier on the logistics and planning for the Tahoe Rim Trail, so I'll put a link up above and in the description for that. But there's a lot that goes into it. There are 4 of us that are planning on going. I've got my long-time friend Terry, who is known as Slider on the trail. She has done a lot of things with me over the years. I've been friends with her for over 30-some years. We've got Carol, who is known as Pollyanna on the trail. I met her on the Appalachian Trail. We hiked a few hundred miles together as we were both completing the trail. And then we have Ashley, who is known as Clover on the trail. She is very active on the Appalachian Trail, Georgia area. She does a lot of volunteer work. Great group that's going. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys join us for that. We have a basic schedule laid out. We're going to go out early to acclimate. So I'm just rambling because there's just so many thoughts going through my head. I've got so much to do, and man, I just better get to it. I made it back home. I know I was rambling a bit. I do want to mention that I am planning a trip next year to the Tour de Mont Blanc. It's a 170 kilometer, about 100 mile, a little over trail. It's a loop trail through France, Italy, and Switzerland. So I've got a ton of planning to do when I get back from the Tahoe Rim Trail because all the reservations need to be in by September if possible. That's on the table, and Slider, Terry, my friend, is planning on doing that with me. So I'm just going to close this for now. I'm trying to get ready for the Tahoe Rim Trail. I need to get my pack on, my pack loaded, and make sure I know what I'm taking, and just get physically prepared. I'm not quite where I want to be. Wish me luck.